Just popping you on mute. And then whenever you're ready, settle yourselves into a comfortable position. And then as soon as you're there, and you're settled, you're comfortable, maybe you've got cushions or a blanket or something close by to keep you nice and warm. Allow the eyes to close or the eye gaze to soften. And then breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Allow the stresses of the day to just disappear. There's no need to think about anything else right now. Just think about yourself and your body. Notice how amazing your body feels right now. And you might be thinking, well, it doesn't quite feel amazing just yet. I've been sat down all day, or something is aching and I can't get it off my mind. But if you try and tune into something that does feel amazing right now, maybe it's the fabric conditioner, softness of the clothes resting on the skin, or maybe your hair feels particularly soft today. Don't make me laugh. Or maybe the floor feels particularly comfortable right now. There's always a joy to be found. And start to notice the movement of your breath. As you're drawing your inhale right down into your belly, feel the space that creates. Even though you're filling, you're creating possibilities. Feel the great release of the exhalation. Maybe that roots you closer to the floor. Maybe the exhalation takes you on a journey somewhere. But what's the most important thing right now is that you're focusing on yourself. Even if you can't allow yourself to relax straight away. Just be observant of yourself. Be aware of yourself. And then let's just see how things have changed by the time we get to the end. And so we're gonna open and we're gonna stabilize. And slowly bringing your awareness back into your body, making gentle movements. And stretching out. We're going to make our way down to the back if you're not already there. And hug the knees in towards the chest. There you go, a little rock from side to side. But focus on a little tuck of the tailbone. So that often helps if you just gently pull the knees in a little closer. I'm going to take a few rotations side to side. So you can choose to have your feet onto the floor or have your feet lifted off the floor. And then just roll your hips side to side, anchoring down through your shoulders. And then holding the bottom of the ribcage tight. That's going to stop you from over arching your back as you move. Then stop in the center when you've done both sides equally. And then place the feet to the floor and allow the knees to drop wide and open. And then you're going to pick the knees up and draw them into your chest. Then we slide the feet away, take the toes towards the floor, open the knees, circle around and in. And again, slide the thighs away, toes down, pull the knees wide apart, circle round, lifting the feet off the floor. And then we're going to reverse that. So draw the knees into your chest. Let the knees open, feet fall to the floor, slide them together, bring the knees together, lift the knees up. There's all sorts of popping and clicking going on from our hips like that. So just 3 of these. And then when you're done, hug the knees into the chest, roll yourself up. And then you're going to place, I'm going to turn around. You're going to place the soles of your feet together. Draw the belly in, sit your hip bones back, and then round down into butterfly. Now here, if this really feels really impossible or hard to get into, take your feet further away from you. Another option you can also try is if you've got a block handy, you can place your feet on the block or anything else that you've got available, and then fold. And then sometimes, even if you feel like you don't need a block, you may want to try it, and it might actually help you go even deeper into it than you've been before. So there's nothing wrong with it. I'm loving seeing all of you rush off now to find something that's a big one. If you just allow the crown of your head to tip forwards towards the feet, pull the belly in and back, round through the spine. Then we're going to take a few cat and cows in this position. So just make sure your shoulders have a little bit of space around them. Place your hands onto the floor. Then inhaling, lift the chest up into artwork. Exhaling, push the hands down around the shoulders and come down. Inhale, lift the chest, pull yourself through the arms. Exhaling, round the spine, pull the belly in, tuck the chin in. And again. I'll take this off so I don't completely blend into the darkness. Then if it feels good, then you have a little roll of the shoulders side to side. You can take your hands a little wider if it's good. Suddenly we're dancing. Who knew? And you're going to take your right arm over to the left side and then your left hand as well. And just feel that deep stretch traveling down the side of your back. Gently press your knee down towards the floor as well. Walk your hands over to the other side. Come back to the center. Draw the knees together, remove the block if you've got one there. Straighten your right leg out along the floor and then cross the sole of the left foot over the outside of the thigh. Hug the knee into the chest and rotate towards it so you're turning towards the left. Try and focus on lengthening up through the back of the body. Gently draw the belly in. Pull your right hip bone and butt cheek back and down so you're pinning it to the floor. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then turn back to the front. We're going to take the left thigh, we'll take the left knee forwards. So it's stacked on top of the right knee. Now don't worry if that doesn't quite happen. You can stay here with that foot flat to the floor. But it can sometimes help to like lift the thigh up, pull this whole thigh and knee across the center of the body and then tuck the heel to the bum. So this is half cow face. Hopefully already, or you might already feel the stretch through the outer part of your glute on the left side. And then drawing the belly in, lengthening the chest forwards. Now you don't worry too much about coming down. If you need that deeper stretch, then coming forward through the chest really accentuates that. But if that's a struggle to get there, you don't have to. You can stay a little bit higher. Just work on like hinging forwards a tiny little bit. So that tiny lean is going to create a deeper sensation anyway. Gently come up. You're going to take the outer edge of that left foot with the right hand. So again, here is that same angle. So we're still pulling the knee across the center line of the body. If you wish to, straighten the leg. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Lengthen the chest upwards. And then again, we're going to twist towards the left side, reaching the left arm back and round. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Make sure sit bones are equally placed on the floor. Turning back to the front, cross the left ankle on top of the right knee and then slide the right foot in. You may want to place your hand, well actually you will want to place your hands behind your back to help keep you as upright as possible. And you can play around with this angle here, so you can have the foot sliding away a little further if it's too intense. Or if you need a little bit more, lift your bum up, slide it forwards, and then press the center of your chest towards the inner part of your shin. A nice deep stretch for the glute. A little bit of activation through the upper body. press your left knee forwards a touch without it twisting your hips. Feel how that deepens it. Some of you that have done like 1,000 kettlebells in the last couple of days, I really appreciate this one. You think I'm joking, don't you? 1,000 kettlebells. Okay, from here, if you shuffled your hip forwards, your bum forward, slide it back. And then we're going to tip to the right side. So the foot comes to the floor. You're going to take the right hand underneath your right shoulder, lengthen your left leg along the floor. And then keeping facing the right side, you're going to lift your hip up off the floor and your arm to the ceiling into a side plank. Focus on engaging the side of your bum on the bottom leg, so that's your right leg and your right waist to push yourself up. We're not going to be here for long, so don't worry. Take 2 more breaths in and 2 more breaths out. And then gently lower the hips to the floor. Coming back, lengthening the left leg along the floor, crossing the right foot over to the outside of the left thumb. Sit tall, try and lean your weight forward towards the leg a little, hug the knee into your chest and rotate to the right side. Pull the belly in. So here the rotation needs to come more from the lower thoracic spine, so just around the middle of the back. Your pelvis stays completely still and anchored. As you inhale, feel your chest and your shoulders widen. And as you exhale, just notice the sensations in your body. Gently turning back to the front, half cow face. Lift the leg, draw the knee across the center of the body. Again, you can choose to stay here with the foot back to the floor and the knee lifted if that's enough. If not, tuck the heel towards the left hip. Aim the knee to stack over the other. If it doesn't get there, don't worry about it. That's just the direction you're heading towards. Draw the belly in. Don't push it into place. Is that an inflatable hammer? Lengthen the chest up, come forward. Keep pushing hip bones back to the ground behind you, equally on both sides. Try and let go of the tension you're holding around the back of the hip. Now, what you might notice actually is that both sides feel completely different to each other. So don't worry too much if that happens. But if you notice a pinching in your right hip at all, or it could have been on your left hip on the other side, but it's got on our right side right now, you want to think about widening your hip bones out a little bit more and creating that feeling that everything, your pelvis is spreading wider. Or just don't squeeze the leg across so far. Gently rise. Take hold of the outer edge of the left foot with the right foot with the left hand. Lengthen the leg diagonally across the body. Twist towards the back. You can have the hand down or keep the arm lifted. Just keep the shoulders gently squeezing together, reaching out of the soles of both feet. Now that can make a massive difference. If we're sat here focusing on just the rotation, it doesn't quite feel as amazing as it does if you reach in with both legs and the back arm. Coming back to the front, cross the ankle on top of the left knee and then walk the foot in close to you. Hands behind your back. Stay away from your neck with your shoulders to pull down constantly. Choose where you want to be, maybe hips up, sliding forwards. Feeling the magic right there. Drop the foot down to the floor, so the sole of the foot's going to the left side. Take your left hand underneath the left shoulder. Lengthen the left leg out, and then push out of the right foot, and the right hand is left hand. Right hand goes up to the ceiling. Now here is that nice deep stretch through the outer hip, but also the strength in the bottom leg. One more breath in. Wide and lifted in the upper body. One more breath out and feel stronger. Gently lower back down. Bring the soles of the feet together. And then we're going to come back into butterfly. So if you want to use the block, use the block. If not, you don't have to. It's all right. Fold forward, draw the belly in. And again, there's no shame in letting the feet slide further forwards. Breathe space all the way from your pubic bone down the inside length of the legs, down to the inner edge of the foot. Reach your arms on the diagonal to one side, doesn't matter which way you go. Breathing right down into the lower back and up into the armpit and round the side of the torso, swapping sides when you're ready. Right, relax your neck. So if you feel like you're holding tension here, just let the arms part. Gently rise. Take your hands behind your back this time. And then you're going to lift your bum up, slide it forwards and as close to your feet as possible. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your bum, keep your bum to the floor if you can put it down if you wish, and then just draw the knees down towards the floor. Maybe have a little rock. Yay. Slide the hips back, remove the block. And then take your right leg out long, your left foot crosses over the top. Hug the knee into the chest. So we're going to do that same sequence, but just a little bit faster. So inhaling, twist towards the left side. Exhaling, just go right to your edge. Coming forwards, crossing the left knee over the right knee for half cow face. Reaching out with the right foot, belly in, lengthen the chest forward. Push both hip bones back and down equally. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then as you rise, take hold of the outer edge of the foot. Lengthen the leg, feeling the elongation of the IT band and the muscles that attach to it. So your hamstrings, your quads, your glute max, your TFL. Come back to the center, crossing the ankle over the knee, hands behind the back. Find your glute stretch. Hips up, slide forwards if you wish. Sorry, I swallowed an anatomy book earlier on. I didn't realise how much information stayed in. If it feels nice to move, have a little move, wriggling the body, wriggling the hips. Lowering the leg down towards the right side. Push into the right hand, lengthen the right leg along the floor. And then lift hips. Left arm to ceiling. Pull the belly in. Gently lower. Take your left leg long, cross the right foot over the outside of the left leg. Find your twist, half, hand behind. Lengthen all the way up the back, relax the shoulders. Unraveling to the front. Crossing knee over the other knee, half cow bend. Maybe notice the stretch in your hamstring and the bottom leg as well. If you feel that that's restricting you here, you just thought about that, bend the knee. You can always place something underneath it to keep the leg up. That feels really nice. Actually, that helps you to get like a lot closer to your leg. All the blocks are too far away. Gently unravel. Take hold of the outer edge of the foot, lengthen the leg, find your twist. Unraveling, cross the right ankle over the left knee, hands behind, draw the belly in, find your place. Doesn't it already feel looser each time you come into the pose? Gently lower the leg to the left side. Find your side plank, pushing down to the left arm, lengthening the left leg on the floor. Feeling light as we stack the shoulders over one another. Let that feel lighter through the upper body, lighter through the hips. Gently lower hips to the floor. Come back to the center, soles of feet together. Maybe grab your block. Find your butterfly. Drawing the inner thighs wide and down. If it feels good, place the forearms on the inside of the legs. Taking deep breaths, drawing all the way down into the belly. Letting go and feeling that sense of ease all over. 2 more breaths. And then gently rise, taking hands behind the back. Lift the hips, slide them in. That little left hip always helps you to open the hips a little bit deeper. Draw the knees wide and down, squeeze the shoulder blades. Yeah, gently lower the hips back, remove the block if it's there. Left leg, right leg out, left leg crosses over. Twist. One more breath in, sit taller, lighter. Exhaling, pull the knee in closer to your chest as you turn around. Come back to the front, half cow face. You know where to go. Gently rise, taking hold of the outer edge of the foot. Twist and reach. Let this feel massive in your body right now. Okay, cross the ankle over the opposite knee. Place the foot flat to the floor. Into your glute stretch. Settle into wherever feels amazing. Massage through the glutes. Remember, don't force anything. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel comfortable. Side plank. Lower. Foot to floor. Lengthen the bottom leg out. Take a big, beautiful breath in. And we strengthen that outer part of the hip a little bit more. Pressing up to the ceiling with the side of the pelvis. And then gently lower. Elongate the left leg, cross the right foot over. Hug into it. Notice how when you rotate your body more, you always come up taller as well. It's almost like you're wringing out a wet towel. Gently unravel. Half cow face. Cross, fold. How much better does this feel now? Can you let yourself relax? Gently rising, finding the outer edge of the foot, and then your rotation, reaching through the soles of both feet. Feel spectacular in this pose. Returning to the front, crossing the ankle over the knee. Seated swan. Can you get any closer with your chest to the inner edge of the leg? One more breath in. One more breath out, get to your edge. And then slowly drop the foot down to the side. Side plank, elongate the left leg along the floor. Reaching up to the ceiling. Feeling invigorated. Lifted. Gently lower the hand and lower the hip to the floor. Unravel, and then this time you're going to turn over into a plank. Walk the hands back to the feet for forward fold. Soften the knees when you're there. Drop the crown of the head to the floor and allow the shoulders to soften. Walking the hands back forwards into plank. And then walking the feet in towards the hands for forward fold. Pull the belly in and up. Relax the head, relax the neck. This time we're going to roll up to stand. And then take a step to the side into a wide-legged position. Feet are slightly turned out. Open out the thighs. Take the side bend. Doesn't matter which way you go. Pushing down equally through the hip, through the heels and through the toes. Side bend the other way, keeping the pelvis still and even. Coming back up, step the feet together. Turn the toes out and bring the heels together. We're going to lift the heels up off the floor, but aim to keep them together. Oh, that's the challenge, isn't it? Try and keep them touching. So with that, you need some external rotation out of the hip, and also a little bit of internal rotation. So it's engaged, keeping the inner thighs engaged and keeping the bum rotating out. From here, staying on the toes, trying to keep the heels together if you can. Bend your knees and come down. Then we come into a side bend again. Try and keep a balance. So we're going to stabilize the hips in this wide position. Keep pressing the heels together. Swap the arms around. Yeah, everything that we've just worked to open, we're going to work to strengthen. Come back. Up, reach your arms to the ceiling as you go. Squeeze the heels together, squeeze the inner thighs together. Land. Side bend. One way. And then side bend the other way. We're going to do that again. Take both arms up to the ceiling. Lift your heels. Zip up through the inner thighs. Yeah. Then press the heels together. Slide the knees out. So you're using your inner thighs to open the knees. If this causes any aggravation from knees though, feel free to stay higher. Or if your body just needs to be higher, stay there. Side bend. Pull the belly in and up. Side bends the other way. Keep pressing the heels together. Keep sliding the knees out wider. Awesome. Come both arms up to the ceiling and then stand pushing into the balls of the feet, squeezing the heels together, zipping up the inner thighs. Land the heels, land the arms. Yeah, you have a little shake out. And you're going to turn the toes forwards. Lift your right knee up in front. Then you're going to take the left hand to the outside of the leg, draw it across the body. So again, we have that little bit of rotation. If you want to, straighten your leg, she says. If you want to, find the foot, straighten the leg. So you don't have to straighten the knee completely, straighten the leg completely. You can have your knee slightly bent if you wish. Then you're going to twist towards the right side, reaching your right arm behind. Pull the belly in up. Keep pressing down equally between both, all four corners of the foot. Amazing, you guys are rocking this. Turn back to the front. Eagle. You're going to cross the right thigh over the left thigh. You can have your toe down to the floor if you wish to. Or you can even hook the toes around the back of the calf. Just make sure your knee doesn't turn inwards on the left leg. And then we're going to take the right arm underneath the left arm for eagle arms, or just hug the shoulders. And then we're going to pull the shoulders forwards and round the back, and then come down into a little fold, putting the belly in. Gently release, landing the foot. Take the left knee up. Take the right hand, pull it across the body. As you do that, you want to make sure your hips do not shift with you. Otherwise, that will send you right over. Slide your hand down to the foot if you wish to. Or you can slide it down to the shin, that's okay too. Lengthen the leg on the diagonal. So again, we got that elongation through the outer part of the leg, but we're stabilizing with the other leg. Reach the left arm behind, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull the belly in. Move slowly so you have control. Notice your feet. Can you press down through the big toe a little bit more? The little toe. Awesome, come back to the front. And as you do,
You're moving straight into eagle, crossing the thighs, keeping the hips square. Wrapping the left arm under the right arm, pull the belly in and up, and then we're going to roll down. Feel free to tap toe to floor anytime you wish. Now imagine that you're still trying to tuck the tailbone here, the further you round down. Rolling up to stand, uncross the arms, land the foot, we swap legs. Cross, and this time, we're going to cross the ankle over the on top of the left thigh. The right ankle on top of the left thigh. Yay. Sweep the arms behind. If you can clasp the hands, if that feels too dangerous right now, don't worry, you can just have the arms apart. Draw the belly in and give them a fold. But this time we're hinging rather than rounding the lower back. So think butt cheeks sliding wide, chest long and forwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades. See if you can lift the knuckles up to the ceiling and move on. Press the chest a little bit closer to the leg. Gently rise. As you do, keep control. And then you're going to uncross the leg and abduct the leg out to the side. Tip a little and open the arms into star. Yay. So your hips and your chest are still square. See if you can flex the foot, lift the heel of the foot up and the toe slightly down. Awesome. Gently release. Swap legs, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Take the arms behind, clasp the hands, pull the belly back, slide the lower part of your pelvis back and let your butt cheeks separate as you fold down. Lengthen the chest forwards, create space in your heart. Push your knuckles up a little bit higher towards the ceiling so we've got that reaching up as well as pushing down into that front foot. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then rise. As you rise, keep your balance. Unhook the leg. Lift it out to the side, let the arms widen. Star. Heel slightly up, toes slightly down. Stretch the arms as wide as you can. Awesome. Gently release, place the foot down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come down to forward fold. And then just spend a few breaths just relaxing. Relaxing the lower back, relaxing the neck, the shoulders. Rolling back up to stand. Sweep the arms up and open, lift the heels. Gently land the heels, turn the toes outwards. Let the arms come down to shoulder height. Lift the heels, take the knees wide. Lower down. Hey, side bend. Now here, just hold the rib cage in and down. Yeah. Tall through the back, other side on the side bend. Both arms up and together. Push out the balls of the feet to rise, zip up through the inner thigh. Gently land the heels, turn the toes forward to lift the right knee up. Take hold of the outer part of the leg, draw it across the body. If that's enough, stay there. If not, find the foot. Feel brave, feel open, feel strong. Twist a little bit more by lifting the spine up away from the hips and then pushing the feet down into the floor. Eagle, crossing the thigh over the other thigh. Hips square, sink, wrap right arm under the left arm. Gently edge the elbows forwards and then tuck the chin and round down. Now this time we're going to go straight in to eagle prep. So rising, cross the right ankle over the left knee, take the arms behind, hips back equally, find your fold, your hinge. Pressing the chest square down, gently rising, taking the leg out to the side, open to star. Spread as wide as you can. Feel the butt squeezing to lift the leg a little higher. Awesome, gently release, feet together. Lift the left knee, cross it over, hold, find the foot if you wish, lengthen, take the arm back. Each time we come into a pose, our body remembers it a little bit more, so we get a little bit more confident. Eagle, cross, leg. Again, you can find stability anytime you wish. Left arm under the right arm. We're again, hug across the shoulders. Press the arms forward and the upper back. And then tuck the chin and round down. Feel the belly lift up. Feel in control. Gently rise, cross the left ankle above the right knee, sweep the arms behind your back, lengthen chest forwards. Yeah, bend your standing knee just that little bit more. That's the bit that's going to help you get a deeper stretch in the glute as well. Gently rise and burst open into star. Awesome work. Squeeze all the way from the outer edge of the heel up to the butt cheek. Gently land. Feet together, turn to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, arms up, extended mountain pose or open to a back bend. Exhaling into forward fold, hinge over, lift the back of the legs upwards. Step back into plank. Rotate round into a side plank, doesn't matter which way you go. So keeping your feet where they are, you just come in onto the edge. Slap one shoulder over the other shoulder. Feel the side of the waist lift. Now, if you want a little bit less, you can drop the knee down. If you want a little bit more, find your sideways star. Again, lengthen underneath the whole waist. Also gently land. We're going to do the same on the other side. So if you wish to here, drop the knee down first as you pivot around. Or stay on the toes, pivot onto the outer edge of the foot. Push into the ground from the side of the ribcage to the palm of the hand, arm up to the ceiling. If you wish, take the top leg up. Squeeze the side of your waist, squeeze the side of your hips to lift. Push away from the floor. Lift the leg a little higher if you can. Gently lower. Knees to the ground. Child's pose. Make your way onto your back. Let's slow things down a little. Rolling down, hugging the knees into your chest. Again, have a little rock from side to side if it feels good. And then lengthen your legs out on the ground. You're going to finish in banana. Taking your hips to the right side of your mat, legs to the bottom left side. Spin your shoulders towards the top left-hand corner of your mat. Arms reaching overhead if it feels good. If not, you can take them wider. If you've got shoulders lifting off the floor, pad it underneath with cushions or anything. If you want a little bit more, take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. And you can cross the right ankle over the left ankle if you wish. Just remember,
But you want to try not to arch your rib cage upwards or arch the lower back. So just make it feel comfortable and good. Hips and rib cage equally pressing down onto the floor. Feeling a sense of ease all over the body. Take 5 more breaths here, seeing if you can let go. Maybe you're holding tension in your wrist that you didn't realise you were. Maybe you're holding tension in your hips or your lower back. When you're ready to move, slowly move your shoulders back to the centre first. Your arms by your sides. Uncross the top leg, slide the feet over, then shuffle your hips over to the left side of the mat. Feet to the bottom right hand corner, shoulders to the top right hand corner. So we get that full banana shape through the body. If you want more, take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. And just gently lengthen the whole side from the hip to the armpit. And then crossing the left ankle on top of the right shin. And then just feeling that sense of ease, like we're not trying to force ourselves into a position. We're just trying to enjoy the length that we can create in body.
So how does your body feel right now? Does it feel any different to when you began? Does the mind feel any different to when you began? Stay in tune with your breathing. Notice how you can let go more as you exhale. Take 5 more breaths here. At the end of your 5 breaths, slowly make your way back to the centre of your mat. If you want to grab anything warm, do so. And then just choose whichever place you want to settle into. And follow your breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. What do you feel as you exhale? Do you feel the physical things like the floor beneath you? Do you feel sensations or even emotions as you exhale? Try to observe whatever you notice. Try not to think too much about it. Start to count the length of the inhalation. Allow the exhalation to become longer.
without even realising that your body has completely let go. With space comes stability. And you bring your awareness back into your physical body. Begin to make movements. Gentle, small, and then allow them to get bigger. Doing whatever your body needs right now, whatever it calls for. And then in your own time, in your own way, sit yourself back up. Yes,